Welcome back, everybody. Today we're here to talk about some pretty exciting stuff for The Walking Dead because over the last couple of months, AMC has been saying that this is a big universe now and they're working on spin-offs. Now, we haven't got anything confirmed by them except for the Rick Grimes movies, but today we just got some news that there is a third Walking Dead series that has been confirmed and in development. So, really exciting stuff. So, we're going to discuss that in this video today, as well as this interview with some people at AMC, and then we're going to talk about what this third spin-off could possibly be. And then also in the comments down below, you guys can comment, spin-off ideas that you have. But before I do begin, if you are a fan of The Walking Dead, hit that subscribe button for daily content. But let's get started. So here we go. Credits to comicbook.com for this information. Shout out to them. I'll leave the link in the description down below. But they said AMC has confirmed that it is in active development of a new Walking Dead spin-off series, which will be the third show in the franchise alongside the main The Walking Dead series and Fear the Walking Dead series. So this is actually pretty surprising for me because I did not think they were going to do a third spin-off until Fear the Walking Dead or The Walking Dead ends. Mainly Fear the Walking Dead, because I don't think I think Fear would end before The Walking Dead, or they're gonna merge the shows or something. But all I'm saying is that I didn't think there would be a third show alongside these two. Now maybe Fear is gonna get canceled and we don't know. Maybe season 5 is the last one. But we don't know that for sure. But the question is, how are they going to balance this out? Because The Walking Dead and Fear the Walking Dead already take up the majority of, the year when it comes to AMC. There is a part of the interview where the AMC chief operating officer, he was talking about distributing this series and partnership. So there is a possibility of this new spin-off not being on AMC, which would still be a shock to me. Like, I know AMC is partnered with Netflix because they get The Walking Dead, and I think they're partnered with Hulu for Fear the Walking Dead. So I still think the main series is going to be on AMC. There's no reason there wouldn't. So my only question is, how are they going to fit that in when Fear the Walking Dead and The Walking Dead already take up like the main portion of the year? But we're going to have to wait and see. They haven't confirmed any dates or anything just yet, so we're just going to have to wait. But let's move on and talk about what Ed Carroll, who is the AMC's chief operating officer, this is what he had to say. We're not at a stage where we'll be announcing its plans to premiere, but we have hired creative people that have pitched story outlines. We feel very good about the development of that series. We're not in a position to talk about partnerships in terms of other territories or ancillary windows. Other than that, there's a healthy appetite for it, and we've had a number of conversations with a lot of players in the space. So there we go. They don't have an exact date or, to announce the premiere or anything, but with Walking Dead Season 5 coming up, and then Walking Dead Season 10A coming up later this year, and then next year looks to be the Rick Grimes movies. It looks like this is not going to come until 2021. Or if, let's say, Fear gets not canceled, but maybe, I wouldn't say canceled. I don't think they would just cancel Fear because of ratings or anything, because the ratings are fine, compared to other shows. But I feel like they would want to wrap up Fear to bring out another series. That's just my opinion, because let's look at last year, for example. They had The Walking Dead Season 8A, right? And then the Walking Dead Season 8B, and that ended in April. And then after that, Fear the Walking Dead Season 4 picked up until I think it was like June, yeah. And then it went on break, came back in August, wrapped up in October, and then The Walking Dead Season 9A came back. So, The Walking Dead universe is kind of year-round now if you think about it. So that's why I feel like I don't know how this would work with a third spin-off. I feel like one of the shows has to go in order for it to work. But there are breaks between the mid-season, so who knows? They could fill in the gaps with this new series. And then also, we don't know if this new series is going to be 16 episodes. It probably isn't going to be 16 episodes because the first season is never 16 episodes because they want to see how people like it. If it has good response and good feedback, yeah, then they're going to make it 16 episodes. So it could potentially work, but I just feel like it would be too crowded with 3 going on at the same time. And then one last thing I want to read off for you guys. They said, there's also more exciting event content on the horizon, including Andrew Lincoln's return in AMC's planned Walking Dead movies, and the main series once again having a major crossover with Fear the Walking Dead. So while the main show seems to indeed be losing steam, it's just as arguable the franchise overall is just starting to branch out. So by the looks of it, it looks like AMC does not have any plans in canceling, any of the Walking Dead shows. Now the main show, that's a given. There's no way they're going to cancel that for a long time. Fear the Walking Dead, however, I would see them when I first thought about a third spinoff, I thought they would wrap up Fear first and then bring the third spinoff, and they could still do that, but it doesn't look like they're heading in that direction because Fear the Walking Dead just did another crossover with Dwight. They brought back Daniel, Troy somehow. I don't know if Troy's alive. It might be a flashback, but Daniel and Dwight for sure are coming back. So it doesn't seem like they have any plans on stopping. So I'm just interested to see how they're going to fit this in. My best guess is they're just going to make room for it, between the mid-season breaks, or they're just announcing it now, but it's not going to come out for a couple of years. And then by then, one of the shows will be done. And I just looked up when they announced Fear the Walking Dead to become a spinoff. And Fear the Walking Dead, they announced in September of 2013. But Fear the Walking Dead didn't even come out until August of 2015. So almost 2 years after, Fear the Walking, after 2 years of announcing it, that's when the series actually aired. So if you think about it, like I said before, I don't see this coming up until 2021. That could very well be possible because, if you look at it the same pattern as Fear the Walking Dead, because it takes a couple of years to develop it. So we don't know how early they're announcing this or anything like that. But if you're just looking at evidence from Fear's point of view, at least 2 years from development to, airing it on TV. So, it could still happen where, because Fear the Walking Dead could get a season 5 and a season 6 before this new series even comes aboard. And I think maybe season 6 would be a good time to merge the shows, or merge the characters at least, into one big show and then bring in this other spinoff. I don't know. That's the way I see it happening. But with that being said, let's talk a little bit about what kind of spinoffs and what kind of ideas, they could be, bringing into the spinoff. And this is, again, all speculation. There's nothing, they don't even have, they're not talking about the production just yet, but I want to hear from you in the comments down below. So what do you guys think, or like what kind of spinoffs do you prefer or do you want to see, for this third Walking Dead series? So first thing I want to say is, if it's going to be a third main series like you're saying it is, I don't see it being like how the zombie apocalypse started or anything like that. I think it's going to be a sequel to these worlds. I think it's going to be connected, because they even said, when I was reading that thing from the chief content officer, he said that they have some conversations with a lot of players in this space. I don't know if by that he means actors, like they're talking to people who work on the show. But if like they said, this world is connected, and we're seeing spin-offs here and there, and they've been saying we're gonna have characters pop up in the Rick movies and on The Walking Dead and Fear the Walking Dead. This new series, I think, will have a character that has been established in the Walking Dead universe. It could definitely be like Daryl or something, because who knows, maybe this third spinoff doesn't even come out until after the Walking Dead main show, like after season 12, 13, or whatever. And then they agree with Norman Reedus and they want to continue on his character. He would be a character that they would push into this new series and then build around him. I could see that happening. There's a lot of younger characters. They could build a little series off Judith, like cast an older version of her. I think that would be pretty cool. Like, I want to see a grown-up Judith at some point in the Walking Dead universe. I think that's needed. I think it's going to be really cool if they do. And I would honestly prefer them to build around an older Judith than Daryl. I would still love Daryl to be on the show, but Walking Dead right now is Daryl's show. So I think if they build around, like an older version of Judith, I would prefer that. This new spinoff could also possibly bring back Georgie and Maggie. I know Lauren Cohen had an interview a couple of weeks ago, and she was talking about a possible Maggie spinoff, and she said they've like talked about it here and there, but nothing's confirmed. I don't think it's going to be a Maggie spinoff, because for me, it doesn't make sense to give Maggie like a whole... It's not even a spinoff. They're making it seem like a whole series. So I don't think it's going to be like a spinoff of a character or anything like that. But, Maggie and Georgie could be related to it if they are related to the Commonwealth or something. But I think that's not really going to be necessary, because they can just bring back Maggie in season 10, and then she can explain to everybody where she's been in Georgie and the Commonwealth, and then she can take them to the Commonwealth, and that could like build up season 10 and 11, because they have plans for Maggie to return in season 10. They seem pretty confident with it. So I think, that's not gonna be like a spin-off for Maggie. And last but not least, it could possibly be where Rick is. Now they are doing the Rick Grimes movies, but this spin-off could also, show this bigger world that Rick is going to. And maybe this world, if, they have helicopters and shit, maybe they know a cure. Maybe this could be like the end game for The Walking Dead, like this final spin-off. And they build towards like a cure or something. Now, I don't know how many seasons it's going to be. I don't know, because if they're doing a cure, I feel like it should just be like one season of a final season of some show. But I honestly have no clue what this could be. Like, I just feel like it's gonna continue this story, and it's gonna be like brand new stuff, like AMC original stuff, nothing from the comic books. But I'm very, very excited. I am super invested in this world, and I cannot wait to see it. But my best guess is they're just gonna bring a character from one of the old shows, like maybe Daryl or Judith, possibly even like Alicia, and then, bring him into this new show and then build around them, continuing the Walking Dead story. But I am very, very excited, because it's too early to tell. It could be a great series, it could be a bad series, we don't know. But I'm excited for it, and I want to hear from you in the comments down below. What are your thoughts and opinions on this? What kind of spin-off do you think it's going to be, and what kind of spin-off do you want to see for The Walking Dead? But I am going to wrap it up there. Let me know in the comments down below, like I said, all your thoughts and opinions. Hopefully you guys enjoyed, and for more Walking Dead content like this, be sure to hit the subscribe button, and I'll see you guys later.